Y'all realize that God has to have a sense of humor, right? I mean, look at the platypus. That thing's hilarious. But you also know that God is a cruel bastard. I mean, after all, he put me on this earth just to torture you. How's that going for you? Jesus. So yeah, Dankchristianmemes. I was blown away when I saw this in the request. I was like, really? This is what we're getting? We're getting Dankchristianmemes? I can already hear all the Micah comparisons in the comments as well. Everyone's just like, how could Micah do that? Or like, Micah wins. I'm like, Micah wins at everything. I mean, that's the thing. I guarantee you, if I ask the question, it's just like, who would you rather hang out with, Nate or Micah? And it's just like, all of a sudden, I look, all the hands go up for Micah, and I'm just like, oh. Oh well. I mean, honestly, a lot of people want to hang out with Coffee Shop Jesus, so I guess that's cool. But yeah, I mean, Dankchristianmemes. I don't know what the hell is going to happen with these. I know that it's MK, so we're in for a treat. So we might as well just jump on into it.
From the first one I'm seeing here, some of these might go over my head. Because despite being a Christian, I still have a memory disorder, and I can't remember every detail about the biblical stories I've heard. I got the gist of it. I have a relationship with God. That's the important part to me.
Fair enough. Fair enough. That's all you need. Well, let's go ahead and jump in. Here we go.
John the Baptist's parents.
Why can't you just be normal?
John the Baptist.
That's a good source of protein. That's what God said on his podcast. You should listen to it. It's really good. It's informative.
A little accident while designing humans.
Kindness, intelligence, empathy, capacity for evil.
I'm a Christian.
Wasn't a mistake in my
not
opinion.
afraid of
Huh?
Wasn't a mistake in my opinion. It was a necessity to the point of the experiment.
Yeah.
death.
Free will.
Huh?
Free will.
Yeah.
I'm a Christian. So you're not afraid of death? So you're not afraid of death, right?
No.
I was afraid of death until I played Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice.
I was afraid of death up until it was after I had my, it was my own little personal awakening after my grandfather had died. Because I thought to myself, dang, he spent his whole life working his ass off, and right as he finally retires and is able to finally, enjoy himself, he gets cancer and dies 2 weeks later. I was afraid, and I was just that could happen to me, that could happen to Dad, that could happen to everyone that I know. That's not fair, that's messed up. And then eventually I talked to my grandmother. My grandmother told me, she was like, Nate, you don't understand, do you? I'm like, what's there to understand? He's like, Nate, you're saying he never lived his life? Nate, the number one thing your granddad wanted more than anything was to ensure that his family was okay. He wanted to make sure that they had a roof over their heads, food on their table, and heat, and heat to keep the cold out. So, you say your granddad didn't, die, he died for nothing. Look at what he's given us. Look at the life that he spent building up everyone else around him, and look what we have now. And it really put everything into perspective. I'm just like, huh. I guess it means if you make enough impact on people around you, you never will truly die, because your impact will be felt for generations upon generations after your passing. And even though your name may fade and people may not know who you are, in the end, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, and I mean, for me, it's not necessarily that I even want to be remembered all that much.
Well, no, it's not. Well, that wasn't my
for
point
me,
either.
For me, it's more of a I just want to do what I can to uplift other people where I can, And if only that person remembers it, only while they're still here, that's totally fine. And
Yeah.
even if they forget about it, that's totally fine. Just as long as I did help them keep going, you know?
Yeah.
Something like that. That's
Yeah,
kind of what I care about.
That's fair.
It's less about leaving a legacy and more about just improving other people's experiences. Where
my
I can.
fear was that that my death would be a waste. Like I would make no impact on anybody, and that's what I felt like about my grandfather's, because he was never able to like rest. He was always fighting throughout his whole life.
I hear a lot of people talk like that. My fear was actually of the physicality of death, and to me, just having the thoughts and doubts that, like, what if actually we are wrong? What if we just cease to exist on death? What if it's something way worse than that? What if it's super fucking painful? What if when you die you actually are still fully aware of the pain that your body is feeling because of your nerves just turning off and shit, What if it's actually what people talk about, where it's just a chemical that makes you feel like it's basically an eternity worth of time right before you die, and your brain's essentially stuck in that moment forever. All those what ifs and shit gave me existential dread.
Oh.
And all of it was just scary. And that was the quote from Hellblade, which was, "I learned the hard way not to be afraid of death, because a life without loss is one without love. You turn your back on death, and all you can see is the shadow that it casts. The longer you hide from it, the longer the shadow grows, until all you can see is darkness." And why is everything cutting off the end of it? The end's the important part. It's essentially, when the time comes, instead of turning our back on death, we must embrace death as a friend, and only then can we leave the darkness and get out from under death's shadow.
Yeah.
And essentially that kind of fixed my problem, because I don't know what it was. It just flipped a switch in my brain that made me be like, that's a really, really good point. It's I'm not living my life at all by thinking about death and how I'm afraid of it all the damn time, It's pointless. It's making my life less enjoyable while I'm here to worry about the end of it. And it's when I reach that point, which who knows when that's going to be, but it could be tomorrow or forever from now,
Yeah.
And when I do get to that point where I know it's about to happen, I want to be all right, let's go. Let's see what's on the other side, basically, And I just started trying to think about it that way, and it kind of fixed my fear of death.
Right? Hello, police. My friend wants to kill
I
me.
know there's a lot of Christians that would call me a bad Christian for having a fear of death, but I think it's totally rational, in my personal opinion.
God.
You became nationalists?
American Vaginanalicals.
When I specifically asked you not to.
God, please, you don't understand. I needed the second jet.
Nah, fam.
My doctor's office asked me about God on a satisfaction questionnaire. Cleanliness of our practice. Well, when he picked his nose, he didn't wipe it anywhere. He just ate it, so 10. Good cleanup. Ease of obtaining referrals for specialty care. 1 is how many I needed. Overall, did you experience God's love during your visit? I feel this is a bit odd to ask after getting a prostate exam. Only 3 coffee types. Can you even call it a church? This is the true definition between a church and a measly cult.
Your guys' churches have coffee?
Damn.
Growing up Mormon. Your church has coffee? See?
Yeah.
There is a difference.
I'm not Mormon, I'm Presbyterian, but it's I think you could probably have coffee if you went to the breakfast gatherings they have, but
probably.
That makes me think they're talking you walk in the front door and get coffee, which I did go to a mega church with my ex up in Ohio with her family. And yes, they had a coffee bar when you walked in, and I was like, what is happening?
God creates Lucifer. God watching him act a fool in heaven.
Hey, whoa, Lucifer, my man, what are you doing? This is why I made you.
What?
No, wait, this isn't why I made you.
Yeah, you love me.
Oh, you're right. I can't hate you. But I can banish you.
What?
Bye-bye.
No, wait!
church growth options. Hey, maybe answering earnest questions and respecting differences.
Ooh, check out those bounce houses and hot dogs. Mama!
Okay, Moses, I'm gonna get you some water, and you should lie down for a bit. Quote from the first person Moses tells he spoke to God in the form of a burning bush after being lost in the desert for ages and now claims to have a magic staff. Wow, that's crazy, Moses. Wow.
The more you gain financially, the more you're a threat to the devil.
No.
Quote from Kenneth.
Incorrect.
Well, the more the devil's a threat to your own soul, my man.
Copeland himself, renowned
Dude,
American.
completely just glossed over the whole parable of the rich guy and the poor guy, and the rich guy ending up in hell and asking for a drop of water from the poor guy. It's like, send the poor guy down to give me a drop of water. Like, this is why you're in hell.
Exactly.
Like,
You expect everything to be given to you. And you're a
then
dick.
you look down on everybody that you think is below you because you had more money than them in life. Like,
Yeah.
nah, that's not how it's gonna go, fam.
No.
It's like, that's the reason Jesus told that story.
Vagina Nelical.
That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
Jesus, you just broke the law 7 times.
Pharisees, I'm a prodigy, and I was chosen
For heaven.
due to my own merits.
Scientists at Exeter University have reconstructed this 3D model of how Moses might have looked. Wait.
Oh yeah, brother!
Like, I'm gonna free the Jews, brother. I'm gonna part the Red Sea. To all my Hulkamaniacs out there, here we go.
Handlebar mustache? Really?
Let my people go, brother. There's a storm coming for you.
Be gone, sinners.
That bush just talked to me, brother.
Yes, hey,
How are
God,
you doing, bush brother?
I was up on the mountain and
You look
God
pretty
spoke
hot,
to me,
like
brother.
you need some water to put that fire out, brother.
Place. Yeah, wow. The minute we covered our bodies, you pervs kicked us out.
Enough! Be gone! Yes, get out of here with your cute, plump tushies.
Laying it on a bit thick there, Steve.
Sorry.
Dungeon Master. So Moses the Pharaoh is still refusing to let your people go since you botched that persuasion check. Moses.
I cast Insect Plague.
Are you sure? We haven't fully explored all the options. I cast Insect Plague. Hashtag
Okay.
D&D. Jesus, coming back today. Here, I just healed your diabetes. Pharmaceutical companies. Oh,
Yep.
I mean, yeah, like it's just...
The audacity.
Pandora's box. Corporate needs you to find the difference between this picture and this picture. They're the same picture. I see. It's astoundingly a worldwide cultural phenomenon that all the bad things that happened to humanity is because of a woman. No. Give me back the
Well,
pictures.
easy.
Where are the pigs I need to make a living and feed my family with? I took the demons out of the local crazy man, put them in your pigs, and ran them off a cliff.
Why?
I work in mysterious ways. Honestly, no. I think you're just a bored, eternal 10-year-old who's on creative mode in Minecraft. Lies. Now get in this jail cell. God, making some plants edible and some plants toxic, but not printing out a guideline for humans.
Some of you may die, but that
There's a
is a
sacrifice
sacrifice I am willing to make.
Mohosesual people have the right to be in a family. They are children of God. Pope Francis said in one of his sit-down interviews for the film.
He is not a true Catholic.
Ashley, he is literally the
Pope.
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't fight for him. Hashtag not my not my Pope.
And the fourth angel poured out his bowl upon the sun, and it was given to it to scorch men with fire.
Bada bada bada. I'm gonna kill you. Bada bada bada.
Preach the gospel at all times. If necessary, use memes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, gosh. I could hear that, dude. There's this one video, I think it's by Jolly. They basically have this, this pastor, this Catholic priest, reacting to, like, the dankest Christian memes. And it's some of the funniest shit ever.
I want to find this one because I want to send it to my friend Elliot on Facebook. I think he'd find that amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's both like a really like Christian dude that is not shy about saying it out loud on Facebook, and he's a meme lord. So
This would be his blessing.
yeah.
Seriously needs someone like this is a viable market to just recreate the Bible through pages and pages of memes. Obviously, it's going to be a lot more pages because a meme is just an image, but you get my point. Honestly, I would find that really insightful. Young couple is visiting church. They have 2 kids. But like not in that way, just like in like, oh yay, the youth are coming to our conglomerate. She looks pregnant. Again, not in a creepy way, just really appreciating that people are still coming to our sort of thing. They raise their hands during worship. Not gonna lie, this is genuinely arousing. Now this is a
That was a weird one. I don't understand.
Yeah, my personal scoring system for debating if it's a Christian enough meme is how much I actually get it. Today I asked for proof of the divine. And at first I was kind of upset, but you know, considering
Come on.
he did that to the farmer's pigs, I shouldn't expect anything less from an eternal 10-year-old. Where did all this TNT come from? So, how much protein in the little crackers?
I am the way and the truth.
And the way and the truth about life. I am Jim Bro Jesus.
And the life.
Is it true, my lord? You achieved such a physique after eating only those little crackers.
Yeah, like, I don't know why everyone's so surprised, because, like, they're really full of nutrients when you cook them up right.
Truly incredible.
I mean, you got one right there.
What? That's my son.
Yeah, I can show you how to cook them up. It's real easy.
Mom, I think he's talking about different crackers.
Oh, dang, are we?
Meanwhile, in Genesis, the devil waits for the new favorites to arrive. And it looks like they're planning to take the island. Would you rather have a goth girlfriend and she loves you? Or Jesus? He is the Son of God and he loves you. Oh, it's so hard to choose.
I'll take the
been ghosted.
Jesus.
I'll take the Jesus as well. Because crazy goth girlfriend, she loves you, but for how long?
So much in my life, so I'm kind of scared. And then there's the goth girlfriend option. Me. Christianity can't get any weirder. Evangelicals, strip back the veil of true blue America, and what's who's secretly running everything? It's a tiny little
That
doggy
is
looking up
definitely extremely strange.
That is.
light bulb. This is the true belief of the Lord's might over our country. Forget the lizards. Forget the aliens. It's all controlled by a doggy and a light bulb. Mary and Joseph. Oh, wow. I can't believe we just had a baby. Little drummer boy. Are you mother flippers ready to Excuse me.
It was a rum pum pum pum.
Got a very special drummer telegram here for Mary and Joseph from your friend, God.
Excuse me, sir. Stop this at once. Sir, I know can do, buddy. Your God booked me here for the next hour straight.
Where is that drum solo from?
I don't know.
I know that drum solo. Hold on, let me.
Stop this at once. Sir, I know.
Your friend, God.
Excuse me, sir. Stop this at once. Sir, I know can do, buddy. Your God
I know what that is. That's Bruno Mars's drum solo intro at his Super Bowl halftime performance. That I know those drums. Please tell me I'm right.
booked me here for the next hour stream in year one.
Oh.
Day, my wife needs rest. We just had a baby. Stop this. Abraham in year one. A really good Christian movie. God has promised to me all of this land. But apparently God forgot to tell anyone else. We're at war with someone like this every other day. When you want your fan club to represent you. When many of them want to represent New Gilead instead.
Oh.
Everyone remembers Noah and the Ark. But what about the Nephilim? What was their deal? And why did it require global destruction? God, after seeing the Nephilim laying with the daughters of man.
Ooh, just gonna stretch my fingies for a bit. Oopsie, slipped.
Jesus watching his followers defend the rich. I'm not gonna lie, this is a really cool Photoshop.
Come on, people. I got nails in my hands for this Schmidt.
They don't even know what the hymns are, brother.
Calm down, Moses. They'll learn. Hymns have grounded our faith for centuries.
They're going to leave for cool guitar churches, brother.
The guitar churches are dying too.
Guitar churches are the heart and soul of this country.
You know, there's actually something about the new Mortal Kombat game that actually blew me away. It turns out that a piece of the music is actually a hymn. You know, like a church hymn. Do you know which church? The Church of Finland. The track is called The Finnish Hymn. The deadpan reaction. I expected that. No, please God, don't. The Finnish Hymn. Yes. I know, I'm terrible. Keith came up with that one.
Tell Keith he deserves to be slapped for that.
Wow, dude, slapping a blind man, that's something else.
You gotta say, there it is. As a kid,
Brother.
the church I went to would have a rock band instead of the organist like once a month, and I absolutely hated it. In my opinion, church doesn't have to be cool, and trying to make church cool makes it even less cool than it already is. I feel like there's some weird but honest life advice to take from this sort of thing.
It depends on how awkward they make it, because, you know, if you have, like, someone up front trying to be, like, the lead singer of a hair metal band, and they're like, Jesus, I love you! You know, so it's like, then it needs to stop. But no, if you are literally in there and the band is, like, playing to back up the pastor while he's preaching and all that, you know, like, the pastor says, like, for instance, the pastor says, just like, it's like, and God said unto Abraham, and then God said unto Abraham, down. Like, it just, that's what they do in, like, Pentecostal churches. Like all throughout the South, like in a lot of, like, Pentecostal and Baptist churches, it's like that.
Yeah, I would leave.
What, dude? Come on, really?
I'd just be like, that's so fucking annoying. Stop doing that.
Dude, it's like the friggin' one from Blues Brothers. What, going in there and just, like, dancing and all that? And all, just, like, feeling the Holy Spirit?
I pretty much agree with this guy.
Come on. So, like, instead of a rock band, well, what would you prefer? Just, like, everyone sitting there in silence?
I would just prefer it not be cringe. Like,
How is it cringe?
It's just cringe to me.
How?
It just is. It's just a preference.
Well, your preference is cringe.
Okay.
Jesus.
Oftentimes trying to mold and adapt to a different sort of dynamic than what you genuinely are, it doesn't really work for you at all. A church doesn't need hip-hop and pop music to revolutionize it. I think churches need to focus more on emphasizing the tranquility such a place brings versus the corporation-style advertisements they try to churn out. 3 things Jesus loved with...
That's why I hate megachurches. I despise megachurches for that reason.
Will never do. 3 things the grace and love of God will never do. Will never leave you brokenhearted. Will never reject you. And will never leave you nor forsake you. So basically, Jesus is never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you. To be honest, I think the original post had that joke in mind the entire time.
That's the joke. That was...
But I still appreciate someone explaining it. I seek the kingdom of God by loving my neighbor. You seek the kingdom of God by accelerating the apocalypse. We are not the same. When she looks through your phone, but all she can find are dank Christian memes. Ugh, why couldn't he be cheating on me?
Just like the meme of the couple laying in bed back to back. It's just like, I bet he's thinking about other women. And he's just like, huh. You know, I never thought about it, but if Jesus were here today, that, like, most of the churches would probably not welcome him.
Says her looking through my phone, just gonna be like, saw pictures of his cat and a couple of memes, spiders and moths. What is up with this?
Occasionally you'll come across some pretty spicy stuff on my phone, but nothing too far out of the ordinary. Anyway.
Who should protect the Pope? God. Some weird mountain men. Meanwhile, Pope Julius II.
Yeah, mountain man!
Light may show you the path. I won't.
You Christians can't judge me. Jesus himself associated with sinners.
Why?
Oh, hang on. No, wait, hang on.
Jesus
They're right.
died for our sins.
Except he didn't actually stay dead. So, like, what did he sacrifice?
Well, no, he came back, but then he went to heaven. That was the thing. It was like, when he came back after 3 days, he basically just, you know, told everyone, like, here's, like, it's a miracle, and, you know, my death absolves you of all your sins as long as you pray to me. And then he basically ascended, and that was that.
His weekend?
So technically, he died, then he came back, and then he went back to heaven, basically.
Jesus gave up his weekend for your sins. Ironically, that makes it far more down to earth, relatable, and fathomable to the point where I can actually respect it, and I might visit a church now. If it is the only begotten Son of the Lord who died for the sins of man,
Then I sit.
OCD. What if you die in your sleep? What if you go to hell or even nowhere?
logic. I go to bed knowing that no matter what, I did everything I could about the situation. I can rest easy, for I did everything I could to not let that baby have their candy.
Who are you?
I'm the king of the Jews.
Well, I didn't vote for you.
You don't vote for kings.
Well, how'd you become king then?
God, my father, sent me to earth to die for the sins of mankind.
Listen, any invisible deity flying in the sky sending their offspring to death is no basis for a system of government.
Enough! Give me a map to the Illager stronghold.
It's not really about, like, a system of government. It's just, like, a system of faith. It was basically... There's quite the difference, but oh well.
And Jesus pulled himself up into the heaven by his sandal straps, with nothing but a small loan of divine nature from his father.
Silence is God's first language.
Hebrew.
Am I a joke to you?
Conservative Christians.
Hey, how about living like Jesus and helping others?
Spamming on live stream comments about the Antichrist.
Wow, do you, like, all eat organically too?
Shut up, I'm better than you because I think I am.
120,000 species of flies, 40,000 species of spiders, 30,000 species of wasps.
A bit too much, my lord.
Quiet, I'm not done.
Sorry.
20,000 species of bees, 17,500 species of butterflies, 14,000 species of ants, 4,500 species of cockroaches.
My lord, what about space for humans?
Oh, I nearly forgot. Sorry, thank you. 4,501 species of cockroaches.
Christian movie
Ouch.
that takes place in the future starter pack. The protagonist. Just a white boomer guy's idea of what being cool and manly looks like. It takes a real man to love Jesus. Dead wife, named after one of the apostles, or just Christian for heavy-handedness. The female lead. Minimal impact on the plot. Just exists to support male lead. I'm also here. Named Faith, or Chastity.
The rarest and most valuable item in the world.
To be some obvious symbolic gesture that, see, it's just like real life.
What? Oh, hold on.
Cockroaches.
Christian movie that takes place in the future starter pack.
Trying to think of a movie, like a Christian movie that has those archetypes. I can't think of one.
I really don't know what they're talking about.
Me neither.
I've never seen any of these, apparently.
Apparently so. Me, like, the one movie that I can say 100% is a Christian movie, but it tricks you into not thinking it's a Christian movie, and then it reveals itself to be a Christian movie, was The Book of Eli. The Book of Eli is a Christian film because it basically is one man's journey to deliver the King James Bible to so that it can survive the the supposed, like, end of days. And I'm sorry, but the protagonist, boomer guy being cool, no, No, for me, it's like Denzel Washington. I'm sorry, but Denzel Washington may be a boomer, but he ain't white. And also, he doesn't look cool and manly.
Well, it says it's a white boomer guy's idea. Like you're not a white boomer guy. So
I guess
it's not your idea. It's a white
I
boomer
guess,
guy's
but I'm trying to think of like I haven't seen any of those. The only one I can think of is like that's set in the future is the Book of Eli, and it's actually a pretty good flick. Denzel does great in that film.
Manly looks like. It takes a real man to love Jesus. Dead wife, named after one of the apostles, or just Christian for heavy-handedness. The female lead. Minimal impact on the plot. Just exists to support male lead. I'm also here. Named Faith, or Chastity.
The rarest and most valuable item in the world.
To be some obvious symbolic gesture that, see, it's just like real life. This book isn't allowed anywhere anymore.
There are 6 billion copies of the Bible in the world. I don't think it's going anywhere. It's literally the most popular book ever to exist.
The villain. Not explicitly Jewish, but played as a Jewish stereotype. Works for the UN, becomes overlord of the planet under circumstances that make no sense. Name is Lucifer, or Markov Dehabist. Has revolutionized commerce, basically just by implanting people with payment RFID chips.
The one black character.
50 plus, with a blue-collar job. Only purpose is to agree with the protagonist's opinion.
In a world where
There is a one-world government, Christianity has been outlawed. Jesus? Who is that? Please teach me more about this wonderful person.
What movie are they talking?
I don't know.
This is like,
This meme is talking like this is a very common thing or something, and I'm just like, where are you guys finding these at?
like, if it exists, I need to see it because I need to clarify that this exists.
And it kind of sounds hilarious.
It does. I want to watch it and react to it.
It
and
seems
laugh
like
my
something
ass off at it.
JonTron would have done a video on already if it actually exists. Know what I mean? Like,
you're not wrong.
featuring one moderately famous actor to trick people into thinking they're watching a real movie.
Oh, forget. You got to drag Corbin Burnson in on this as well. Jesus.
How I look asking God for frivolous and worldly gifts.
Hey guys, welcome back. So, my dog, who doesn't understand, he's begging for boiling water that's on the stove.
Oh, please, my lord. Just a little bite.
Sounds familiar. Sounds like Asher. Jesus.
well, it's like my cat. I'm like, I was freaking changing my vape coil like a week ago.
Uh-huh.
And like the little pack, you know, that was in with the foil is like, I went, and he comes over and he's like,
Meow.
what do you have?
Meow.
Sure.
You can't eat this, bud.
Like, it's a piece of metal, dude. It's not food. And he's just like, he's like, I don't believe you.
Me does anything at all. My brain.
Eternal damnation.
Be kind to everyone.
Wait, even Gary?
Oh yeah, Gary's the worst.
Look, we've been through this. Yes, be kind to Gary as well.
Ha! Suck it, losers!
Not
No,
now,
no, Gary.
Will you let-
I don't think the name Gary existed back when Jesus gave his Sermon on the Mount.
That's why it's funny.
I guess, yeah.
Them have it. These are the people that want your Sundays. Okay, who are they though? Are they?
I think that's the Women's Christian Contemporary Union. Those are the women who got prohibition passed. The Women's Christian Temperance Union, I think that's what they were called. And yeah, they were a very politically driven group who wanted to ban and outlaw alcohol. Like, all alcohol, not just hard liquor, but beer, wine, everything.
Yeah, how'd that work out for him?
Oh, gave birth to organized crime in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
And it's organized crime that's still around to this day. Mm-hmm. Well done, well done.
Are they genuinely bad people? Like, I'm not sure how to take this. Someone who's actually Christian, get in the comments! No, Sundays are for naps, as God intended. Jesus and the guys just walking through a wheat field when...
Ha! Nobody expects the Pharisaical Inquisition!
AI created image from the phrase, Jesus flipping over the tables in the temple.
Now that's Micah. That's Micah as Jesus.
That is not what I expected, and that is awesome.
All of a sudden, cut to that lobby music, the lobby music from the first Matrix movie. Just like Micah going around flipping over tables, just like, and you see those bowls beneath him? He touches them, water to wine.
It's like me in advanced maths in school. You got the answer right, but your working out was no. If it's all part of God's plan, why do we need to pray? Wouldn't it be better if we just followed his plan without thinking about it?
Oh my goodness, what an idea! Why didn't I think of that?
See, that's the great question. Is this just being lazy?
Scorpio.
Or does it portray just how divinely loyal and trusting you are of the Lord?
Ah, see, I was never lazy when I was raised Christian. No, I just really trusted he was doing everything right for me. Yeah.
The message at the bottom of this app's loading screen feels vaguely threatening. Be a good person. God is watching. Time traveler kills a fly. The timeline.
I feel like this isn't how things are meant to play out.
Holy shit, look at that round boy right there. Look at that round ass bear.
You ever get that feeling? Just shut up and make the gold.
I can introduce her to Jesus. No, I'm going to make him call me mommy. Me when I travel.
Run, dude, run.
Back in time to hear
She will
Jesus'
eat you
sermon
alive.
on the mount, and he turns and looks directly at me and saying in perfect English, "Go home."
What? Whoa, no, whoa, bro. No, hang on. No, what? Wait.
John.
I can imagine that. Like all of a sudden you get there and you're just like Jesus is about to give his sermon, and you walk up behind him and he's like, "Oh man, I can't wait to hear this." Go home. Wait, Jesus? Did you? Yes, I said go home. To which I'll just be like, "Wait, do you know what year I'm from?" "Yes, you're from 2023. I know everything. Trust me. Now please leave." "Oh, okay. Can I at least hear you make your sermon?" "Fine, but don't record it." I could just hear him say that. He's like, "All right, but don't record." Aww. Okay, so some pretty dank Christian memes there. I want to know. Okay, that movie thing that they pointed out. I want to know what film that is. I need to know. But either way, anyway. So yeah, that was those are dank Christian memes. Big oof moment by MK, and I guess if y'all are interested in seeing more from MK, y'all know the drill. Hit their name in the title of the video, and I guess until next time, I'm Nate.
I am Nick.
Y'all be good people.
Jesus te ama.